The surveillance footage would later show Garrett Stone ripping the varsity jacket clean off Skylar Wells' shoulders at exactly 11:43 a.m., but it couldn't capture the sound of her father's Purple Heart medal hitting the linoleum floor in front of 200 students packed into Lincoln High's main hallway. The new cheerleader from the wrong side of Cedar Rapids was about to deliver a lesson in respect that would leave the quarterback unconscious for 90 seconds. 3 weeks earlier, Skylar walked into Lincoln High with her late father's Desert Storm jacket draped over her uniform like armor. Garrett Stone, 6'3" quarterback and heir to Stone Development, read the roster, transfer on scholarship. She'd grown up in Jefferson District. Her mom worked ER double shifts. The jacket was all she had left of Staff Sergeant Marcus Wells, who'd come home from Iraq when she was 5 and lost his battle with PTSD 2 years later. She'd started Muay Thai at 7 and held 3 state championships by 17. In the empty gym, Dylan sneered about handouts. Garrett reached for the jacket. Skylar caught his wrist. "Don't touch the jacket." He smirked about sponsorships. She left. The harassment escalated. A stolen uniform, anonymous posts, hallway bumps, whispered jabs. Ashley Chen, the squad's co-captain, walked with her. "Bullies feed on reaction," Skylar said. "Starve them, and they'll expose themselves." In AP history, Garrett bragged. Skylar cut in. "Your dad started with a $5 million loan." By lunch, he staged a confrontation. Dylan blocked the main hall. Jared sealed the alternate route. Phones rose. "Last warning," she said. He grabbed her shoulder and went for the jacket. Seams popped. The Purple Heart medal pinged across the floor. Skylar shifted. The roundhouse began from the ground up. Her foot caught him just below the ear. Garrett lifted off his feet and hit the linoleum hard. Silence. She pocketed the medal and picked up the torn jacket. Paramedics confirmed a concussion. Principal Roberts and the resource officer arrived. He put his hands on me, tore my father's military jacket, and attempted to desecrate his Purple Heart medal. "I defended myself with reasonable force," Skylar said. Deputy Chen. "One strike, no permanent damage. Textbook self-defense." Richard Stone burst in threatening arrests. Superintendent Catherine Park showed headlines. The viral video, "Military Outrage. Our Jacket Justice." Attorney Janet Wu, a veteran, represented Skylar pro bono. An agreement followed. Garrett withdrew, entered counseling, and served 300 VA hours. The Stone family funded a $50,000 annual scholarship and $100,000 for anti-bullying. The jacket would be professionally restored, and Garrett would apologize publicly. Lincoln Reckoning trended as students surfaced years of bullying. Skylar taught a self-defense seminar. "Fighting is the last resort. I didn't fight because I could. I fought because I had to." Garrett's video apology named victims and promised restitution. At a military appreciation assembly, Skylar wore her father's jacket, professionally restored, the Purple Heart gleaming. "Sometimes the enemies are internal, bullying or the belief that might makes right," she said. "Policies gained teeth. A student-faculty panel had power. Athletes lost impunity." 6 months later, Skylar opened Wells Warriors Empowerment Through Discipline, a GoFundMe that raised over $200,000. Garrett arrived to offer his college fund and to volunteer at the VA. "Thursday nights," Skylar said, "accountability through action." Redemption sessions began, former bullies learning discipline, empathy, and control. A year later, Lincoln's Stand Strong Symposium gave Skylar a standing ovation, but the real victory was students' stories and a culture turned. The girl who'd hidden her strength became a teacher and protector. Her father's jacket bore invisible scars, like her. Some fights end with knockouts. The best end with transformation. In Cedar Rapids, in a small studio where warriors were made and redeemed, Skylar Wells continued her father's fight. One student, one bully, one moment of courage at a time.